Hello, Aries. This reading is for Aries and Falcon for the Native American. Birth totem is Falcon. Your northern hemisphere would be, if you were March 21st, April 19th, you're a northern hemisphere for this sign. Southern hemisphere is if it's September 23rd to October 22nd. You are a southern hemisphere for this sign. Your direction is east, your element is fire, and stone is opal. Alright, and again it's Aries, Falcon. I'll go from an air sign to earth. No air. Let's see. So it's March 20th to April 19th is what we're doing. Alright, and this is for your zodiac sign, it's not a twin flame journey reading, although the last reading did turn out to be more about love. And if we pick up on the love, then of course it'll be towards the twin flame energy, because this is for the collective on this wave. Okay, but we're doing the zodiacs for the divine counterparts. So you get overall energies. There's Falcon and Aries for the spirit. Falcon and Aries. Overall energy for the next 5 days. Overall energy for the next 5 days, spirit. Aries, you have the fish swimming out of the darkness. You like to swim upstream. Oh, beautiful. So you have the butterfly and the gazelle. Both amazing cards. Okay. These are your overall energies for the next 5 days. So butterfly, Spirit is saying, for some of them, this is an air element as well. You've come out of the cocoon, you're ready to take flight. You're feeling good about yourself, you're feeling beautiful. You're headed towards the light, but you're coming out of the shadow side, which we just had a moon cycle, so it could be that, or it just could be you're starting your journey with it coming from the shadow to the light. Okay, the gazelle is fast movement to the sun, to the light. Very secure in yourself, standing tall. You've got your crown. Your ears, you're very alert. You've got pristine vision and watching. You're listening to everything. You're hearing things around, the sounds around you. All your senses, including your sixth sense, are spot on. And you are, again, this is a fire. Okay, so let's get into the cards and see what Spirit wants to tell you. Oh, not those. Thank you, Spirit. Alright, do these here. These here. Okay, and I've shuffled like crazy because we're doing reading after reading. But I shuffle a little bit again just to make sure we clear the energy for the next reading. Yeah, if you hear that crying sound, that's my dog outside the door. 2 of them don't like to come in when I'm doing readings. Then we have Seymour here, and he likes to snore, so if you hear snoring, I didn't fall asleep. Hopefully you won't either. Alright, let's get going for Monday. Spirit, call in the higher selves of the divine on this counter. collective wave for the Falcon and Aries for 5 days, Monday through Friday, please, Monday through Friday. Just kind of shuffle on light first. Alright, here we go. Spirit wants me to. Got the Ten of Swords. Feeling beat down, people backstab you in the back. You have people that are seeing if you're dead, but you're holding on your sword and your truth. You were, I don't know if they were supposed to come out. Okay. My camera is tipped on the side up there, so when I hold up the cards, they kind of look tipped. It's really the camera. Tuesday. I feel like you're getting a lot of cards right now, huh? Pretty sure that's 1-5. Spirit says just keep that way. Hang on, I have a few on the floor. Okay. Spirit, is this the correct order for those? Does this go before the Page of Wands? In the upright? Am I using both of these? In the upright? The upright? No. Upside down? Okay. So, between the cup and the wands. Alright. So, I had to ask Spirit whether these were in the right order because they fell on the floor, so I want to make sure. And I'm also hearing that it's not 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 7. So you got 7 days evidently. Okay, let's see if I can make these fit. Alright, so the first card down is Ten of Swords, like we said. Okay, so this is someone has been stabbed in the back multiple times, obviously, but you're holding on to the sword, gripping it tightly. So since it's facing upward when you were attacked in the back, you were in your truth. So you were in the right. Whatever this was regarding, you were in the right. They were in the wrong. But these, not the karmic to your divine counterpart if there's a three-party situation. These are karmics in your family, in your workplace, in your environment that have stabbed you in the back. Or it could be the divine counterpart, but I'm seeing it as people in the workplace or family. Okay? That's for Monday. So, maybe eat some donuts or something. It's going to be a rough Monday. Alright, and then Tuesday, let me read this up front. You have 5 of Swords in reverse. So normally I would read this at, is it showing? Normally I would read this as though you were protecting the flame, you're chasing off the karmic, you're protecting your divine counterpart or yourself from the karmics around you, right? But it's in reverse. So you were unable to protect yourself, clearly, because it follows the other one, the Ten of Swords, and this is the Five of Swords, so it took, it's double the energy here, or half the energy here after that attack. So you're no longer fighting them off the flame, but you're not surrendering. Okay, here you're battling them off. You have, hang on, give me a second. You have 3 swords on the ground, so you left those because you didn't need them. So you are trying to normally I'd say that was because in the upright you are walking away from what no longer serves you by leaving them behind and chasing them away, but you aren't because it's in reverse. So that means you're not fighting, you're not standing up for yourself against the karmics, you're letting them win. The swords are left there behind. You're not being alert to. You need to stand up for yourself Tuesday. Maybe it's regarding this, maybe it's something at work, but this is saying you need to stand up for yourself because they're just waiting to take you over because you only picked up 2 swords when you had 3 more. You're not using all your tools. Spirit says you have everything you need within you and you're not using what the gifts you've been given. And maybe the battle was about love. Ace of Cups, in the upright, right? This is your cup filled with love, little fish, because you want to offer it to someone, but it's in reverse, so your cup is not full and running over. Your cup is empty, completely empty. You don't have self-love, you don't have love for yourself, let alone someone else right now. Maybe feeling stuck in this this feels like something at work, maybe, they stabbed you in the back. You were in your truth when you went down, but Spirit says you're not standing up for yourself, you're not using your tools. Perhaps the fight or the reason you were stabbed in the back was something to do with the love of your life. Because you used to have a full cup, but it got reversed with this stabbing in the back. And now you can't offer that cup of love. You can't offer the gift because it's washed, it's emptied out. Now you want to meditate. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this is Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be, try to meditate in the morning, try to meditate at night, and maybe take the day off work. Do something for you. Go to a movie, go to, buy a donut and coffee somewhere that you don't normally go. Do something to keep your spirits up, your vibration up, so that you can show yourself self-love. 4 of Cups, you had a full cup, and then Thursday you ended up with 4, but you're only focused on that one that you lost, the one that spilled. So you're meditating, asking Spirit, how could I only have what happened to my cup of love? How could I be here in this situation? I had 4 and all I was worried about was 1 cup, and now I've lost that. Okay, so that's Thursday. And then you have This was in reverse too, sorry. But I gotta read it upright first. 3 of Pentacles. So normally you would have been focused on with your divine counterpart, with your, here it's, I take it like this is your inner child, and this is your counterpart's inner child, and you were learning from source, you were learning about the journey, and you were gathering your pentacles, but they weren't equal. It wasn't equal give and take, and your basket's empty. Even the squirrel got more than you did because your hands are in the dirt. Now the trees are still filled with fruit on all sides, both sides of the card. So you are focusing on your journey, you are focusing on learning from the spirit. Unfortunately, though, it was in reverse. So you don't feel this way. You don't feel like you don't have your 3 of Pentacles and you can't reach the fruit that has been given to you. While you are still focused on the spirits guiding you, you're not seeing all that's still around you. Maybe you're not seeing the pentacles they provided. Because it's in reverse. Normally it's a much happier card. just saying. Luckily this is upright. Page of Wands. You are in your, you're in your truth. You are hearing the divine. You're hearing your divine counterpart. You're the love of your life, along with the other 2 there. So maybe it's a 3-party situation that ended up, maybe this is about love. Maybe this 3 parties here that you're listening to bicker back and forth. They could be the ones, especially if it was in the workplace, because I feel like this is something to do with work. Which is why you can't fight them off, because even though you were in your truth of whatever you told them, you probably, you know, love all 3 of them. Page of Wands. So he's in an immature energy, although he's smiling and happy-go-lucky. He's listening to the girls up there, or, you know, the birds. And he's still holding on to the faith of the journey, his belief in the journey, the belief in himself. So I still, he doesn't even have pentacles around him, he just has a wand, but he's still listening to what they're saying, or listening for them. So you hear them, maybe telepathically, because I see the shiny thing right here on his cap, or head cover. I'm not sure. Your heart chakra it should be green, and this is your solar plexus, so you still feel like you were right and you're strong, but you've covered up your heart chakra, so maybe you feel heartbroken because there's only a little bit of green showing. That's all I got for that. You really want your Ace of Wands to bring, you know, to come into the sun. Yeah, if it was a 3-party situation, a lot of people readers will see this as the phallic. There are 2 birds here flying, so maybe you got rid of one, or you're still trying to decide which one to offer your wand. But the sun is shining, so it's in your favor. And of course, then we have a death of something. So, yeah, not a death of you, it's a death of the shadow side. That's a full moon, your little shadow side is down here, and they're saying, no, you've got to give something up to have a new start, to have a new cycle. So if those birds, there's 3 of them up there, so perhaps you had to make a choice because there's a death here. So when you come out of the shadow self, you can then you can choose, and you can choose, although you need to nurture yourself first. Again, we have full moon. We just had full moon, so maybe that was the death, or this one's the next cycle after the death. So it'll be in what, like 8 weeks. So Page of Cups. So he's moving slow. He's still in the immature energy. The dolphins are back here playing, though. That always reminds me of the twins, but playful energy, like their inner child. He still has 2 other people here wanting his cup of love, but you were supposed to make a choice. You were supposed to decide who you were going to hand the wand to, offer your wand, and still nurture yourself. So you have to love yourself, you have to nurture yourself, you have to heal before you can move forward on giving this wand. Maybe you were involved with someone at work. This is just about the end of the cycle. Death. Death came in to make you choose, so you can move forward and offer the wand. And at least here he's ignoring both of them. He's just nurturing himself with, and he has a necklace on with the science of the journey necklace covering his heart chakra. And I think that's green, not blue. No, it's blue. Turquoise, actually. So he's not in his heart space. He's just in his self-love stage because he had the death. So he has to heal himself before he can choose. Alright, 1, 2, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday. Maybe that's actually next Tuesday. I say that these are the same day because I think he's talking to them or listening to them intuitively through telepathy. They're using telepathy to talk to each other, but it's us to choose who he's given his wand to. I'm just trying to the death, nurture yourself and choose, or a death of this, death of the 3-party situation. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So next weekend, basically, you'll get to this point. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords spirit. Clarify the Ten of Swords, please. Especially trying to figure out if this is a work situation and work and love situation. And who are the karmics trying to eat him? Okay, so give us some cards to clarify. Give us some cards to clarify Ten of Swords, please. Ten of Swords. Give us some cards to clarify Ten of Swords, please. This one wants to come out. Wow. Okay, so you have 9 of Cups. So before this happened, you were pretty ready. You had your full cup. But you also had all these others. Wheel wanted to turn forward. Had to come in and fix something. So the wheel turned forward with your 9 of Cups, but not to get the 10 of Cups. On the bottom we have 4 of Coins. So he looks like a miser there. He's like, he has some coins, but he's not sharing those. No, actually that, hang on. I hate it when they're in reverse. Let me just fix these fast. Almost done. So they're all upright again. Just want to make sure it's not, if they come out inverted, then at least I know it was meant inverted, right? Alright, so you have your full cup ready to offer to someone, because it even had not only your emotions but fruit of your labor, and you were ready to harvest. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, wheel, I didn't realize it was inverted. It's upside down. So the wheel can't turn forward, because even though you have 9 of Cups full and you're ready for your harvest, the wheel can't turn forward because, well, you've got others here and they're fighting and a choice needs to be made. So the wheel can't turn forward until you complete the cycle and choose. Alright, so what is the 5 of Swords in reverse about it? Is the 5 of Swords in reverse about Spirit regarding the Falcon and the Aries? Hang on. Not all of them was supposed to come out, so I'm just going to tuck them back in and they'll come back out if they're supposed to. Okay. 5 of Swords. What's this 5 of Swords regarding? It's in reverse. What's the 5 of Swords in reverse regarding? He's not defending his claim. He's not standing up for himself. What's the 5 of Swords about? Why isn't he defending his flame? Why isn't he standing up for himself, his truth? Knight of Swords. Part of the mask is see-through. It's got a lot of opening, and then this is all see-through, so he's almost in his truth. But because it's still covering some, then he's still not completely in his truth. Obviously, if he has other people and someone found out about it, he wants to make a choice, but the one he would choose is so different. So maybe he had a hard time accepting it, or maybe that's what the fight was about, was why would he take someone so different and not me? What's the 5 of Swords about? What's the Knight of Swords about? What's the Swords about here? Spirit. Yeah, you're harvesting your nickels or your coins. Your basket's empty though, so all that's, you've planted the seeds and they're coming to fruition, but you haven't gotten any yet in your basket. So you have nothing to offer any of the three you're choosing, because you haven't, harvest hasn't come to. Maybe they wanted something and you couldn't give it yet. It wasn't ready. What you harvested wasn't ready. You weren't ready to come forward to make a decision. You had a full cup. You were preparing to offer and just trying to decide who you're counting on. You're looking for guidance from divine, but you still haven't chose. What's this Five of Swords about, Spirit? What's the Five of Swords about? You just want to move forward. You want to move to calmer waters. You have Six of Swords. After the battle, you come up out of it as a Knight of Swords, but you're not all the way in your truth. You don't have any you didn't get your harvest in, so now you just want to move to calmer waters. The Emperor, but you are the Emperor. You might not feel like the Emperor. You still want some of your devilish energy. This goat head, it's huge and it's red. It's just popping out as if it's like the horned god, right? Four of Wands, though, the Emperor. You've got all these wands here that look like 1111. And then the two pillars with eagles on top. And they have red ribbons around it. So it's the royal couple. And he is the Emperor. If you want to move forward to calmer waters, to where you become the Emperor, where you succeeded. Because this is what you want. You want to be the Emperor, but with all this going on, you just want calmer waters first. Alright. What do we have with the Ace of Cups in reverse? Confirm me what we already said about Ace of Cups in reverse. Spirit, confirm this card. The energies we already shared with the Falcon and the Aries. For this collective wave, Spirit. Well, you feel like this was the... Well, if it was in the upright, but it wasn't. It was reversed, okay? So, it's the Four of Swords, and I always see this as resting after a battle. After the coming out of this energy, you wanted to rest, and then you were going to offer something. You wanted to give a gift. Maybe you wanted to rest so you could make that decision that was needing to be met. But it's in reverse, so you're not able to do that. You're not able to offer the cup of love. You're not able to even offer a flower. And you can't sleep. You are restless because of the swords beneath you. The swords that were pierced through you. Here. Or here. What else about, what's this Four of Swords in reverse? Help with the Four of Swords in reverse, Spirit. Keep making me select. Full moon. The moon card. Let's see, you feel the dogs are chained together. Well, you're basking in the moonlight, trying to give yourself self-love. This dog's howling away, so that's just weird why I saw that way. You're trying to give yourself self-love in the moonlight, but this dog's howling and making so much noise behind your back. It's hard to focus, hard to give yourself the love you need. The water's still here, but you're not pouring out your emotions, you're just basking in the light. Maybe asking the universe for guidance. Because you wanted to rest and you couldn't. You're trying to give yourself self-love because you know you have to heal to make that decision. I'm going to put that there for a minute. Alright, let's clarify 4 of Cups, Spirit. Clarify 4 of Cups. Hang on here. I swear. I didn't know I shuffled. Alright, Spirit, I'm just going to not read reversals unless you tell me to, because I have a feeling that we have a lot of mixed cards. Alright, let's confirm the 4 of Cups. Oops. 4 Cups, please. 4 Cups. Anything else for the 4 Cups? Well, that's good. The 2 of Coins, you're trying to balance. So while you're meditating here, right, you're trying to do self-love here, and the dog's noisy. Here you're meditating, asking Spirit, what happened to my cup of love that's spilled? I only have 1 left, and now it's empty. And you're not paying attention to the other 3 behind you of what you've lost, but so you're trying to juggle, you're trying to balance 2 of Coins. You've only got 2 left, even though you had a harvest. It just wasn't ready to come to fruition. So you're spinning through your emotions, you're spinning through your beliefs. With the rainbow is the promise of, right, after the rain comes the rainbow. So you believe in the rainbow, you believe in keep moving forward through your emotions while you balance the coins. So you are moving forward here because you're meditating, you're trying to heal, showing yourself, oh wow, I didn't even see that one. So you're the Fool card next, because you're going to take that leap of faith. You're going to continue on, even though they beat you down here and here. They took things from you. You've lost your cup of love, but you're taking the leap of faith, and you are the King of Cups. Well, King of Cups in the way of, you know, it takes the 4 kings to become the Emperor. So it makes sense that you would be at least the King of Cups. You've got your large cup there ready. You're filling it back up. You're draped in again, you like, somebody out there likes turquoise. I mean, I do, but I wouldn't wear it. It's got his crown on. Got the 2 pillars here, and then 2 seahorses, which are water. So I was thinking he's already got his cup filled with emotion because he's surrounded by water elements. So you took the leap of faith, you filled your cup back up with your emotions. You're draped in a turquoise. It's almost a green, but not quite. So you still have more to do to turn, you know, to be in your heart chakra open. Okay, I'll move these over because we're going to need to. Alright, so that was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So from morning to night on Thursday, you're going to go from this point all through there. But by the end of Thursday night, you're going to be the king again. So Friday, you will go in. Hang on. I don't usually have this much, actually rarely do I get them all mixed up like this, so it kind of shows the energy of being mixed up here. I just fixed all these and now there's many that are a mess again. That doesn't even make sense. And maybe that's how you feel this week, is nothing makes sense. Just want the most accurate reading, so I'm trying to make sure that they start out in the right. There. Alright, so we're going to confirm or clarify the Three of Pentacles in reverse with the little inner children playing or trying to learn. What is the Three of Pentacles in reverse about, Spirit, for the Falcon and Aries? The Falcon and Aries, what is this card, Three of Pentacles, about? Clarify the Three of Pentacles in reverse, please, Spirit. I know you probably tipped all those cards down, upside down on purpose, but I need to start out in the right manner. Maybe everything's supposed to be in reverse. Oh, Spirit's not happy I moved them. Don't worry, you can flip them if you want. No, you're still choosing. Still got a couple women out here. One looks a little annoyed with your choice. The other one looks confident. What else for the Three of Pentacles? Still keeping to the threesome. You need to get rid of somebody. You have to choose. Maybe you let one go. Now you're down to two. Let's see. So Three of Pentacles. You had Three Pentacles all around you. You're focusing on the divine source for guidance, but you couldn't see the fruit of your labor. It wasn't coming to fruition over here. So we have Page of Coins. Page of Coins, still immature energy you want to offer, but I'm seeing this as one of the choices you had to make. Normally I would see it as a page wanting to offer something, but maybe she's definitely one of your choices that you need to make. But she has one pentacle, and you tried to gain pentacles, but you couldn't, because for some reason you couldn't harvest it. She has one. I mean, you have your King of Cup of Love, and she has a pentacle. She is in her power. This one is the Queen of Cups. Queen over Page any day. And she's got fiery red hair. She's looking straight up. She's dressed well. She's in her power. Knows her strength, knows her intuition. She's in her emotions because she's surrounded by fish. And I almost feel like she knows she's the one. And this one has a little bit of look about her, like, I can't tell if she's putting her nose up to you, almost like she wants to walk away, or if she's just more snippety. But yet, she's battling against the Queen. You see that one space? There. Versus the redhead. She looks like she's glowing. So those are your choices, because you must have got, there's 3 birds on the limb that you're listening to and trying to decide about. 2 blue birds and a red bird, cardinal. So maybe you cut one of them out, but you still have 2 to choose. Maybe that's why the death had to happen, because you weren't making the decision. You weren't coming forward to it. You were still a page of wands, immature energy at that time. Now you're a king. Now you're an emperor. What else about the 3 of Pentacles, please? What about these ladies? He's choosing, or I mean, if you're a woman watching this, you could be choosing for which woman still, or which, just reverse these as men. Gender, I'm just going by people. I think that's too many. Let's see how it looks in take them. Tell the story, okay? Okay. Yeah, you soared, you battled, and here you were successful. So the 3 of Pentacles. You went in, you were studying, but you couldn't see your fruition, so you had to fight for it. You had to fight for the one you want. You had to make a choice and fight for it, even though because they were mad, they walked. And this one still looks like she walked away. Maybe he doesn't know it yet. But you, by coming out victorious and your sword is up, so you're in your truth, now you have 2 cups of love with divine light, divine guidance, locked together, full of emotion. And back to the 3 cups. You decided you wanted to pour your 2 cups into one. You have the wand here. You're celebrating with music. So you have the 2 and you want to pour it into one. You have the 2, so you must have chose. You're still trying to choose who the 1 is going to get. Who's going to get the 1 cup? Hang on, let me see how these play out. Hope to continue. Death again. Yeah. Okay, hang on. This is the way I'm reading it. Okay, so you weren't sure. You battled. You were in your truth. And before you were in 3 to choose from, so you got rid of one of them. Well, not got rid of, but you chose to keep 2 and 1 must have failed. So you come back with these 2 that were still a choice. This one looks like she's ready to walk, but this one is in her emotions, and she looks, she's the Queen of Cups, so why pick a page? So he battled that maybe within himself, but he came to his truth and had to help decide, I see this is only going to resonate for a few. Wasn't sure who to choose, so he offered both. So here's the Two of Cups. So he wanted to offer her his cup and see what the response. And then he took these 2 cups, hers in here, and decided, is that who he wants to fill the other cup with? Because remember, he had this king has his own big cup. So he took his big cup over here and to see if they could both pour it in. She must have walked. She said no. So then he went to the other one and said, hey, you want to pour your cup of love into mine? Which came to an 8 of Wands, and this is back to the beginning. Somewhere up here we had it, or maybe that was the last reading, but you have Cupid up here with an arrow. This looks like a rainbow, and the wands here look like the 1111, and you know that she's the chosen one. You know that she's the one with the ribbons, she's different than all the rest, and you know it, so she's the one you want. 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is, you want that stable relationship, stable family. You want to be overflowing your emotions as this river runs over the log. And then comes the Death card. And that, the Death card comes in because that wasn't the right way to choose. I'm hearing that wasn't the right way to choose. That was shady. We start with the Death card up here on this day. So now this day you're ending with the Death card, and we're remaining from this day to this day in the Death. You're going in your dark night of the soul or something with 2 Death cards in a row there. So I'm going to leave that row as it is. With the Death, I mean, it's an ending. The Death is an ending, right? So let's leave that there. We're starting with the Death here. And coming right back out where he's nurturing himself and ignoring the 3-party situation. So clarify the Page of Cups. Well, let's go back and see what this Death card is about. Alright? What's the Death card about here? What's the Death card about here? Since we have 2 on the first original reading, what was the Death card for? It was about not having your coins, not having the key to them. You lost the key to their heart. You don't know who to give the key to the heart, so you chose this one, but you don't know if you want to give them the key to your heart or your pentacles, because you still have 2 roses to choose from. So Death came in to change that. What's the Death card about? What's the Death card about? What's the 10 cups? Coins in reverse. 10 coins in reverse. Clarify. I didn't think this was going to turn to a love scenario. I thought it was going to be about work. So one of the ladies worked, or one of the ladies in the cards worked with that person. Hope that's not me. Alright, Falcon and Aries, please. A card to clarify Death and 10 of Coins. Clarify. Okay, sorry, they're telling me to get a different deck. Most likely some of this is going to come out. Alright, and they're all upright right now. Alright, using this deck, I'm going to clarify the 10 of Coins in reverse and the Death cards here. Thank you. Knight of Coins, back to the Knight. That's good, building back up. Maybe you'll get the King of Coins. So that was a Knight of Coins. So even though the Ten of Coins was in reverse, you come out as the Knight of Coins. But you're masked again, so the mask in this is more than here. Yeah, because here you were trying to be in your truth, but then this happened, and you can't talk about it. You can't tell somebody you're that shady. Sorry, Falcon Aries. Let's see what these were. Ooh. And you found your High Priestess, or you are now the High Priestess. In your power, you know yourself, you are dancing on air, you're dancing with your emotions. Six of Swords, you let somebody move away, someone's moved away from you, away from this situation. That was in reverse, oh man. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords wants to come in normally upright, wants to come in with communication, celebrate, be in his truth. Unfortunately, it was in reverse. Means you're not in your truth yet, and you can't move forward right now. Since this is a guy, this girl, this is one of these ladies that is moving away from you. But you come up with the High Priestess, so you were in your power, you were dancing on air, so you chose this one, the Queen. Knight of Queens. Clarify the Knight of Swords in reverse, please. Clarify the Knight of Swords in reverse. Man, this reading's taking forever. And, oh, you were going to, well, it's in reverse. The Fool card, let's see. Well, if it was upright, right, you'd take that leap of faith still, because you had it over here as well. But it's in reverse this time, so you feel stuck. You can't take another leap of faith. You are getting run down. There's nothing to celebrate because somebody left. You thought you could keep them both, but when you chose, I mean, why would she stay? You chose someone else. That's a no-brainer. If I were y'all, I mean, we'll pull some advice cards, but back here when this happens, I would just jump right into truth and move this week faster. Because somebody resonates with this. I just don't know who. I mean, I'm really getting the feeling that it may be a female, but I'm getting the feeling that it's a male, divine masculine. And we know that many divine masculines have karmics when they're in the relationship, and they have to make that choice. So, while we didn't expect this to take the twin flame journey role, because it was supposed to be overall energy for you, this really looks like that kind of situation, right? So, you can't, since we know with the divine masculines or divine feminines, the chasers, the counterpart to the chaser, which is the runner, often has at least one karmic, right? I mean, it's not uncommon for them to have the karmic wife, a karmic girlfriend on the side, or a side piece, and that's part of their lesson that they had to learn of how to get out of that. upside down fool card about why can't you